Hi friends, welcome you all. Today we are going to discuss economic times analysis about the open architecture in bank assurance. In the last two lectures we have discussed about the open architecture in bank assurance in the part first and in the part second. You can refer that videos. Today we have the economic times analysis about the open architecture in bank assurance. What is open architecture in bank assurance? We have seen in the last lecture, but I am going to just take the review. Open architecture in bank assurance means tie up with many insurance companies which are in different types of insurance business, such as life insurance, general insurance, etc. There were some limitations on banks for tie-up with many insurance companies which offers different types of products which correctly suits to the customer's needs. There were limitations we have seen in the last lecture that bank tie up with the insurance companies more than one life and one non-life insurance. But now in the open architecture of bank assurance, there is no limitations on banks to tie up with the many insurance company. Banks can act as a agent for many bank assurance insurance companies. Here the customer will get the more different types of products and which is correctly suit to the customer's needs. With the open architecture in bank assurance, banks have more freedom to tie up with different insurance companies. Open architecture in bank assurance with up to 3 life insurer, general insurer and health insurer, each and new model like insurance marketing firms which allow established agents advisor to sell products of 2 life insurers. This could change the way consumers can interact with these distributors. Under open architecture, customer will have the choice to pick plans that best fit their requirement. Since life insurance solution of more than one company will be available through a single bank distributor, the customer will also have the option to mix and match the products of 2 life insurance providers to come up with a unique and powerful solution that best suits her life stage need. The concept is similar to a multi-brand showroom that allows a customer to choose the best out of the collection of brands available under the one roof. Open architecture for insurance will give customers wider choice. This said by the Economic Times, and Economic Times newspaper have analyzed some benefits to the customers of the bank assurance. They have taken one example. Gopal Sharma lives in Ranchi and banks with a popular bank. He is keen to invest in a long-term child plan for his kids' education and therefore turn to his bank to seek advice on products that suits his requirement as the bank. In its capacity as a corporate agent, also offers insurance plans. However, the bank's branch is not able to help him or provide quality advice as it is too small in the larger scheme of things, and insurance is not a focus area for it. Hence, he cannot access the right product as the bank has neither the information nor trained staff to guide him. The wide prevalence of such cases has driven the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India to lay down guidelines for an open architecture, a concept which address the problem of customers in search of appropriate insurance option and thereby brings about their financial inclusion. So what is an open architecture and how will it help customers? Let us first look at the various distribution channel of insurance product we have today. Currently, an insurance policy can be bought in a three ways: through an agent, from a bank where one holds an account, or directly from the insurance company. Buying insurance from a bank, called bank assurance, has gained popularity since the opening of the insurance sector. Under the current structure, banks can only offer products of a single life insurer with which they have entered into a corporate agency tie-up. The structure leaves banks and customers with little choice but to bundle available products with current services, which in some cases may not be the best interest of the customer. The structure prevents banks from offering unique and powerful packages that are flexible and versatile to meet a range of needs. This has hampered the ability of bank to effectively differentiate themselves through their financial advice and solutions that are useful to the customers. With their sound infrastructure, experienced and trained staffs, and intricate network, banks are ideally placed to reach out to a vast client across the country with a wide range of offerings. And yet, bigger banks have been unable to capitalize on the insurance opportunity in all their branches, especially in smaller towns and cities. The open architecture aims at increasing insurance penetration through optimal utilization of banks' infrastructure and experienced workforce. However, for it to be successful, the regulator should allow the bank to tie up with at least two non-life and two life insurance in each state. This will promote healthy competition and allow the banks to offer a choice to their customers. The open architecture could enable an insurance company to offer its product at any branch of any bank across the country through multiple tie-ups. This will enlarge the range of options available to potential insurance buyers by increasing insurance penetration into geographies left untapped so far. The potential of bank assurance is estimated at 80,000 bank branches, but barely 10% of bank account holders buy life insurance through this channel. The open architecture makes this is a huge scalable opportunity for the insurance business. Insurance products ranging from traditional PAN to ULIPs are designed to give customers long-term savings and securities. Moreover, ULIPs are now more customer-friendly products with a transparent charge structure, allowing bank to enter into multiple tie-ups will enable insurance companies to diversify. It will reduce the cost of distribution and provide a suitable model for delivering insurance product to semi-urban and rural areas. Customers benefit from this as they get world-class product at a lower cost. Next is to check any potential unethical practice under the open architecture. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has set in place a compliance structure, disclosure level and monitoring mechanism. For banks acting as a corporate agent, at the point of sale, banks are required to inform the prospective customer about the commission and other fee that it will receive from the insurer for sale of an insurance product. Banks are required to disclose income from insurance distribution in their annual account. IRDA has also stipulated that insurers will conduct audit of corporate agent in relation to compliance of its regulation and submit a report to the board of directors of the corporate agent, the insurer, and IRDA. These steps would greatly enhance the quality of advice and sell through bank assurance. The open architecture has been operational in Korea since 2003 and it has been success. The open architecture has worked well in the UK, Europe and China too. Hence, we can expect the concept to gain a stronghold in India also by offering a wide range of insurance products. The open architecture promises to become an important instrument of financial inclusion of large and undeserved sections of our population. So friends, that much from my side in this lecture. We have analyzed the views which are given by the Economic Times on the bank assurance, and they have mentioned also some cases of Korea, UK and Europe also, and how the bank assurance with the open architecture will help to widen the choice of the customer and the products which are available to the customer according to their need and requirement of the customers. So friends, thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture. If you have any problem related to this topic, you can message me, you can call me, or you can write to me. See you in the next lecture. Write your comment in the you write your name in the comment box. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.